My aunt was catfishing men on OF, so I called the cops. Last month, my coworker was looking at dating apps during lunch when he gasped and shoved her phone in my face. It was my face staring back at me with photos from my Miami trip, but the name said Jessica. The profile said Jessica needed help with bills and rent. Those were my private Instagram photos. I searched online and found 12 fake profiles using my pictures with different names, all asking for money. My Aunt Linda always loved those specific photos. She's 52 and has been living with my parents since losing her job 2 years ago. She saved every picture to her phone and always begged me to send more. I felt crazy for suspecting her, but I created a fake male profile and messaged the Jessica account. She responded within minutes and called me hun immediately and used 3 dots between sentences exactly like my aunt always did. This woman who I'd helped when she was struggling was using my face to scam people. I had to confront her, but I needed proof first. I knew she kept everything on her laptop and I knew where she kept her password written down. I went to my parents' house while everyone was at work. Aunt's laptop was on the kitchen table and her password was under the mouse pad on a sticky note like always. The emails made me sick. Elderly men sending money they couldn't afford. One veteran sent his entire disability check saying it was for his angel Jessica. Another sold his car to help her. He wrote that she was his only reason to keep living. These weren't rich men, but lonely, vulnerable people. Cash App notifications filled the screen showing hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars. Then I found a folder labeled templates with scripts for different situations and a list showing which men were depressed and which had no family and which would never report it. She had notes like James believes anything and Robert sending more next month. The front door opened and my aunt walked in with mom behind her. They froze when they saw me at the laptop. I said, "These men trust you and one sold his car for you." My aunt shrugged and said, "They're stupid old men who deserve it." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Mom stepped forward and said, "You shouldn't have looked at that." Her voice was completely calm like this was normal. I said, "Mom, she's stealing from veterans and sick people." She said, "Linda is helping our family survive and you need to mind your business." My whole world started crashing down because mom knew. Of course I knew because someone has to pay the bills, she said. I told her dad makes good money, but mom and aunt looked at each other. Aunt laughed and said, "Tell her the truth." Mom's face went hard and she said, "Your father's business has been failing for 2 years and he's too proud to admit it, so I found a way to keep us afloat without him knowing." I asked what she meant and she said, "I've been supplementing his income without telling him because men can't handle feeling like failures." My legs felt weak. She continued, "Linda helps me and we split the money and nobody gets hurt because those men are lonely anyway. They were both doing this together using my photos." Aunt pulled out her phone and said, "Your mom taught me everything because she's been doing this longer." She showed me another dating profile with my face, but this one said Stephanie in Miami, then another one saying Nicole in Seattle, and another saying Amanda in Boston. Mom had been running 5 different profiles all using my photos for 3 years. I asked how many men total and mom said it didn't matter. Aunt laughed and said, "Tell her about the other business." Mom went pale and said, "Shut up, Linda." But Aunt was enjoying this and pulled up something on her phone. "Your mom doesn't just use your photos for dating scams," Aunt said. She showed me an OF account with my beach photos as the profile picture. The account had been active for 2 years with hundreds of subscribers paying $50 a month. Mom was selling my photos pretending to be me on OF. She had been posting my beach pictures and vacation photos as content for 2 years. My graduation photos were behind a paywall. My birthday photos, family Christmas photos, everything from my social media plus photos I'd never posted anywhere. She makes $10,000 a month from that account alone, Aunt said. Mom finally spoke and said, "Those photos were just sitting there doing nothing when they could be making us money." I called the authorities from my car and gave them everything. They arrested mom and aunt that week. Dad found out and left. I changed my name.